Good evening and welcome to the iRUK GT3 League, brought to you live from Road America and broadcast on the Total Sim Sport YouTube channel and the iRUK Twitch channel. I am James Parfitt, and tonight we are bringing you the iRUK GT3 AMS. Now, last week's race with the pros and elites, they put on an absolutely amazing show for us, and I don't see this week being absolutely any different. Now, new people to the chat, welcome in. The racetrack is Road America, and this proved very tricky for last week's unfortunate victim of Ben Ackland, who unfortunately had a massive accident in the elites and took out the top six. But I'm hoping that AMS don't follow the same route. Now, the circuit, 4.4 miles or 6.51 kilometers, will certainly provide us with some great racing. And guys, this is one race that I cannot wait for. So the format for this evening, obviously, will be a 45-minute race. Now, that would be preceded by a closed qualification session to set up for the grid. Pole position will be getting an extra point this season, and the driver with the fastest lap at the end of the session will be picking one up too. So if we've got 2 minutes, while we're into 2 minutes into our 15-minute qualifications, what we'll do is just have a look at the upcoming schedule that we've got happening for the AMS. So at the moment, as you can see, this week, closing out October, where has the time gone in this league? We are at Road America. Now we go into November and on to the 7th. It's the turn of the Nürburgring, and then that's followed by Suzuka on the 21st of November. Now they're the only two races that we've got through November for the AMS. And then we are finishing off the season at Mount Panorama on the 5th of December, where we crown our 2021 season for AM champion. Now this is gonna be absolutely an amazing evening tonight, and let's catch up with a few things going on chat. Harry Gaylor, evening. Andrew Jones, hey guys. Peter Cox, welcome in. And then obviously we got Harry Gaylor. It was a fun elite race. Well, yes, it very was for you, sir. Very eventful at the beginning as well, Harry, and you know, it was a tough beginning for poor old Ben Ackland in the top six there, as we go on board with Richard Jones, who unfortunately has just had a little bit of a spin round going down into the tricky turn 5. So, you know, we're going to have to keep an eye on that one, as we know a couple of the cars last week come unstuck at turn 5. Now, it was a very open race last week as well, and I am looking really forward to this, to see how the guys in the AMS handle what the pros and elites went through last week. You know, it was a very difficult situation, and unfortunately for some of the top six in the elites, they didn't all make it to the end of the race. I believe there was quite a few that unfortunately did not make it through at all. So we're going to jump on board with Josh Wilson now. Now, Josh is going to be coming round. I believe this is going to be his outlap. He's going to be starting his flying lap now. As you can see, we come round the tricky turn 14, and we're actually in just information in my ear that I think this is actually the beginning, the end of his flying lap that he's had. He's just put a time of 2:05.13. Now at the moment we got John Watt on pole out of a 2:04.46. There is John now going round in his Porsche. He's on a 2:04.46, and then we've got 2:04.60. And that's Neil Smith. Now, I'm going to be interested to see how the times go tonight as well. I believe some of the guys jumped in a practice session. Now, me, myself, I did a little test drive in that session, and I'm going to admit, Road America in the dark is really quite complicated. So, you know, I'm glad now we've got some sunlight. I can actually see what's actually happening. But why we stay on board with Richard Jones, guys, don't forget, the sponsor for the iRUK tonight is the Inside iRacing podcast. Inside iRacing UK podcast, the only podcast you will need for all your iRacing UK news. We've got episode 3 coming soon with Jack Ashton from Team Fordzilla. He is the Driver 61 coach and currently driving in the UK Hot Hats Championship. And this will be hosted by Mark Jennings and Calvin Dent. You should definitely check them out. Now, the link is also below in YouTube, and I believe it is in the bio for Twitch, guys, as well. So you should definitely keep an eye out for that. Now, we've got some absolutely huge news for you all this evening. As you know, we're coming to the end of season 4. Now, what do we do here for you at Total Sim Sport? We put on season 5. So if you go to totalsimsport.com/GT3, you can find all the sign up details there and you can get your forms in for next season. Now, I'm expecting a full grid, guys. You can't let me down. It's going to be an absolutely massive season. So please, 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 totalsimsport.tv/GT3. So let's see, see if you can get your forms in, and you will be on the roster for next season, live on TSS YouTube and TSS Twitch channel. So that's going to be absolutely amazing. Harry Gailey, yeah, was a shambolic start to last week's Elites. I would probably say, Harry, a bit more of an unfortunate start for poor old Ben Ackland. It wasn't really his fault, and unfortunately, you know, he just happened to get it loose on the very tricky turn 2 and turn 3 as it is on the track map, and then unfortunately just spun it round, and then well, everybody just kind of decided that they want to join in, Harry. So that kind of left him in a bit of no man's land, with everybody wanting to join him in his seat. So that's my philosophy. I'm glad there wasn't any protests about it. There really wasn't anything he could have done to even kind of remotely remove himself from the position that he found himself in. So, you know, there you go. But what more can we do now? As we see Samuel Hooper currently out on track at this moment of time. We are coming up through 12 and 13 and 13A in the Lambo there. We're going to be heading round the last corner. Don't dab on the brakes, probably down to third gear, second, maybe at the beginning if he's not got much heat, and off we go up over the start finishing straights. And a massive shout out to Buzz Races there, 6-month subscription in a row. Thank you so much for that, Buzz. Much appreciated to you. So there we can see Samuel Hooper just done a 206.18. So that's put him in 13th position. Now we go on board. We're going to see Edward Berry to see what he can do in his Ferrari. Now we've got a very mixed field this evening of cars: Porsche, BMWs, Ferraris, Lambos. Stuart Williams is in the Audi. And then we've got Matthew Struthers in the Ford. Now, he will be the fastest Ford because he is the only Ford in the field. Good old Matthew will be the leaders of the Ford. And I will also as well, forgetting myself here, we also have Rob Armstrong in the Mercedes as well. So there you go. Yes, Mr. Paul Busby, I did gather that was you in Twitch chat. So much appreciated for you. If it wasn't obvious, it was. You know, unfortunately, Paul was a victim of the incident in the Elites last week. Didn't finish the race, unfortunately, but there you go. It is what it is. We've got Edward Berry currently in 16th position on a 207.16 at this moment in time. We're heading down the Moraine Straight. We're jumping on board with the Lambo. Joe Turner, he's down at the kink at the moment. He's going to be heading right round through Canada Corner. So as well, so that's going to be interesting. No, Mr. Busby, it wasn't your fault. So we're heading round now with Joe Turner McMullen, and he's going down into the 13A. So there's 13. There's 13A. We're going to look for the curb on the exit. There we go. And then we're going to be down into turn 14 and off up the start, finish straight, getting through them gears on the accelerator as quickly as we can. And we're going to find out what Mr. McMullen can do. Can he go any faster than a 205.41? Let's see him what he ends up with, seeing how he gets on at the moment. He's jumped up into 8th on a 205.26. So he has gone quicker. Oh dear, as we go on board with Stuart Brown now, we're seeing what the track looks like on the left-hand side. That's unfortunate for him, but we go Josh Carl Kranz now, our Porsche driver, 205.18. I've just got it with Carl. Unfortunately, in my head, stuck currently, is just this self-proclaimed driver of the day. But he did earn it in the Hungaroring 2 weeks ago. So let's see what he can do this time. And we'll see how he gets on at the moment. He's currently sitting, Carl Kranz, he's currently in 6th position as well. So we're going forward with Nick Alexander at the moment. He's currently in 14th on a 206.39, being his best lap in his Lambo. Now, the Porsches have been looking strong. The BMWs have been looking strong as well. So I think, unfortunately, it's going to be them two manufacturers on the taking up probably the first 3 rows of the grid. Now, don't be disheartened. We have seen that a Ferrari can go up, or a Lambo, or we're not forgetting Rob Armstrong and his Mercedes. Is always quick in his Mercedes as well. Nick Alexander still remains in 14th position on a 206.39. So there you go, and he's heading off for another crack at the whip as we go on board with Stuart Williams in his Audi, the only Audi we have in the field this evening. So he's going to be round to the kink on the right hand side. There we go, as we follow him round the corner. We're going to be flat all the way through that. We're heading down 11A 11B section now. As we're heading down, there's 11A, here comes 11B. Now we're going to be on to Canada corner, down through the gears. Roll, Stuart. Oh, just didn't get it stopped in time there, unfortunately. So he's going to be having another crack. He's only got probably about 2.5 minutes. He needs to kind of get round and really get a move on. As we see Rob Armstrong looking very slow here as well. He's either going for taking us for a one-shot qualifying with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left to go, or unfortunately he's had a bit of an error, but so we'll have to see what happens as well, guys. And don't forget, much love to the TrackCams22 guys there, www.trackcams22.com, for providing us with our cameras for this evening. Absolutely massive thank you to them. Now we are with the Ford of Matthew Struthers. Now we are currently in 20th position. And off we go, heading down into turn 5. He's going to have to get, I don't know if he's on a flyer, but if he's whatever he's on, he's going to have to get a little bit of a wriggle on. He's only got 1 minute 30 to get round. And currently in a 2:0, well, he's on a 2:13.48. He must be finding this track really tough for this Ford at the moment. And the car looks very loose and wriggly as we're heading down into a tricky turn 8. We'll just have to keep on board and just listen out for what's happening with Matthew, because there's looks like a lot of corrections going on there, trying to hold that car on track at the moment. And that's what we're trying to see, as he's going to be heading around the kink. We'll see if he can hold it round here. Yeah, he does a good job holding it round there at the moment. I'm not, I haven't driven the Ford, so I don't know how twitchy it actually gets under braking, but it's going to be heading down into Canada corner. It doesn't look stable, I've got to be honest. It's looking very like it doesn't really want to go where Matthew wants to point it, but we're going to head round 13B, heading down over there. We're going to take that curb down into 14 and off up the straightaway, and we'll see what time he gets. He was a little bit slow around turn 5, so it'll be interesting to see. Right, 15 seconds left there, unfortunately. Matthew goes up into 17th on a 207.26. And the Ford, yeah, they're a lovely sounding car there, so that's absolutely amazing. Stuart Brown is in a very unorthodox 12th position at the moment. I believe that is the end. So now let's get up the positions of qualifying if we can. I think we've actually got a 5-minute warm-up before this. So we're going to sit and watch the warm-up, but we are going to have a look at the qualifying as we see the very expensive iRUK GT3 pit lane exit there. So in pole position, we've got Liam Murray on a 203.957. John Watt behind him, Richard Jones in third, Neil Smith fourth, Joss Wilson in 5th. Now Kyle Cranswick's in 6th.
Best control.
As you can see, Ollie Pimley in 7th there. The BMWs and Porsches taking the first 3.5 rows. Joe Turner in 8th. Rob Wins in 9th. Vance Briggs in 10th. Alex Williams in 11th. Stuart Brown in very unusual 12th. Samuel Hooper in 13th. Nick Alexander in 14th. Stuart Williams 15th. Edward Berry in 16th. Matthew Struthers in 17th. Alex Holloway is in 18th position, 3.3 seconds back from the leaders. So that's going to be a bit of a mission for Alex there to get up and get into the mix. But as we saw in last week's race, anything is physically possible, and anything can happen. So, you know, you've really got to keep this under control this evening, should we say, because at the end of the day, anything can go wrong, as it so rightly seems, and it can put them into a situation where you might find them moving up. Like we had Dave Lawson last week, made up absolutely massive gains, partly because he just managed to A, avoid the carnage on turn 2, and B, managed to avoid the rest of what was happening. And it was just, you know, nice and sensible. He just did really, really well driving from Dave, and literally managed to keep it on track. So, yeah. So, Richard Jones for the win. Peter Cox. Oh, that was going to be an interesting one if he can. But let's just see what Richard can do in his BMW. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We've got Lee Green singing in YouTube. Sing up, son. We can't quite hear you. Shabsy, they're cheering on the Fez runners today. Well, there you go. You've got 4 in the field currently, and I believe there is none of them in the top 9. So they're going to be having a little bit of a interesting scenario for them, because then they're now going to have to battle their way back through the field and see what's, you know, how they get on, and how Stuart Brown and people like that, Rob Windsor, Tom Farrell, Edward Berry, how they manage to pull them up. And, you know, it's going to be interesting as well. So YouTube audio is outputting voices other than James. I hear voices. Cy Anthony. I believe that's already fixed. Our producer was on it straight away, producer Sean, and it's already fixed and done, I believe. Cy Anthony, glad I'm not going mad. No, dude, you're not. Brought to the attention, we fixed it already, and we're going to provide the best possible coverage that we can for you guys this evening, and for the IR UK GT3 AMs. Everybody deserves a credit for being here, guys. These are one of the up-and-coming drivers. Next year, you might see some of these guys in the pros. You never know if they can get their sign-ups, guys, which, don't forget, the sign-ups now are available season 5 on totalsimsport.tv/GT3. So all the information will be added to the hub as the weeks be passing. I believe the last sign-up date, I think, is midnight on the 8th of December, if I'm not mistaken. As well, so you can go on. You've got till the 8th of December, but let's not leave it till the 8th of December, guys. Come on, we want to get them in before then, because we want to get a full grid. Limited places available as well, and as you've seen with these leagues, guys, the GT3 Pros and Elites and the AMs, they get filled up quick. So head over totalsimsport.tv/GT3, get your sign-ups in, get them ready to go for next season. And as I say, you've got to the 8th of midnight on the 8th of December from there as well. So we will announce everything. Keep an eye on the HUD. We will announce things as they go along. But you aren't going to want to miss this, guys. I will be there hopefully next season as well. So that would be, I'll be bringing you more GT3 action every as the weeks go on as well, all the way through season 5. So that's going to be an absolutely amazing event. So please, please, please head over there, get your sign-ups in. Get it done. So there you go. Peter Cox, Cy, I hear voices anyway. And so do I. He's put in chat as he's talking to himself. So welcome in, Peter. I do find the best arguments are always with yourself. But, you know, let's not worry about that too much in chat at this moment in time. You know what I mean? No F1 spoilers, please. I'm catching up. Please don't spoil the F1. I am currently waiting for the highlights to come out. I do mean like 5 past midnight. But, you know, I'm sitting patiently. I'm waiting for them to come out as well. So please, I've stayed off all the interactive BBC news and anything else that I could possibly stay off. So please don't tell me. So we have got the race now, as we can see all the cars gridding up at the moment. As we take a look at John Watt on car 95, and I believe we've got a whole lap of the pace car this evening as well. And I believe also, guys, we will have regular updates as I believe this will be running live stewarding this evening as well. So that is going to bring a completely different dimension to this evening's race with live stewarding. So we will get regular, hopefully not too actually no, let's change that. Let's not get too regular updates from producer Sean about what's happening in the stewarding booth. So let's keep this clean, guys, please, as well, as we're going to be under green, just heading round on the pace lap first. So there you go. Lee Green, Senna win. Does he? Cool, blimey. I bet he's done well then. I bet he's a skeleton of his former self. Dun-dun. So 43 minutes and the pace lap. Sorry, guys, I couldn't help it. Just had to get me one Murrayism in for the evening. Do you know what I mean? So as we're waiting for to pick up on the leaders at the moment, there you go. Off we go on our pace lap with Liam Murray and John Watt, heading round the very fateful turn 3, which hopefully will stay relatively clean this evening as well. Lee Green, I was going to say that Mazepan, Patrick Faulkner, Mazepan wins. Yeah, right. More like Mazepan spins. But never mind, we won't go there either. So let's concentrate on our GT3 AMs tonight. This is me catching up in chat as we're heading round on the pace lap as we go. That was shocking. I'm sorry, Lee. I couldn't help it. You know, you brought up Senna win, so technically that was your fault. My bad joke. So there you go. I do apologise. But we're still waiting for these heading down this very moraine sweep now. Very slow behind the pace car. I'm not gonna lie. So we may have to just keep the chat going for a minute. Let's get in. I'll tell you what we'll do. While we're heading around the pace lap, and we've probably got about another minute and a half at least anyway. So let's kick off. Who do we think is going to win? Now, all you people are in chat. Patrick Faulkner, Peter Cox, Lee Green. Everybody get your suggestions in for tonight's AM race. Over on Twitch as well, Paul Busby and anybody else that's in the Twitch channel, please type in who you think is going to win. And we'll see who's going to have the most votes as well. Cy Anthony, good luck all. Have fun out there. Don't sit on the fence for me, Cy. Come on. Let's get in and see who's going to... let's get some votes. Let's get some, how can I say, predictions in, and let's get some predictions and see who's going to win for tonight's race. I think this is going to be rather exciting, and I'm going to put my neck out, right? And I believe, right, I'm going to sit here and watch Ollie Pimley in his BMW. I'm calling it now, from P7 all the way up into the lead. So there you go. YouTube is about 20 seconds behind. Oh, okay. Thank you for following Born in Hell X. Much appreciated to do. Neil Smith could do well. Yeah, he's sitting around in 4th at the moment, so it's going to be interesting. Defo Richard Jones. Ooh, maybe. It's tough to call. Come on, Patrick. You've got this. We're heading down 11A and 11B. You've got about another 45 seconds, I'd probably suggest, until we get underway. So let's get these... yeah, go make a cup of tea, get your popcorn, sit down, buckle yourselves in, and get ready to go as we're coming round Canada corner. Thank you for following Cregon Jim in Twitch there, much appreciated. Liam Murray, pole to P1. Oh, big arse there, Si, big arse. It's going to be the Ford easy. Oh, Matthew Struthers is in the pits, mate. I'm very, I don't know about that one. Right. Sooty 1977, much appreciated for the follow over on Twitch there. We are going to be coming live. We're going to be going round turn 14 as well. So here we go. The white BMW. I believe that's Richard Jones tucked up behind us as well. So guys, here we go. Road America, AMS. We are going to be taking green very shortly. As we can see, Liam Murray has got a massive jump over John Watts at the moment, but we are green and we are racing. We've got Richard Jones up into 2nd place already. As we're heading down, I believe he's taking 1st as well. So Richard Jones has gone 3rd to 1st in the 1st straight. Let's see if we can all make it round this corner. Please make it all round this corner as we head down into turn 1. At this moment in time, we go up over the hill with Richard Jones, Liam Murray, John Watt, Neil Smith, Josh Wilson, Carl Cranswick, Ollie Pimley. As we see Ollie on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side, making a move up Carl Cranswick. Didn't unfortunately make it stick, but his intent was there, and that's what I like to see from Ollie Pimley. Good intent, make it stick and go through. We see Rob Windsor battling up as well at the back and behind Ollie Pimley at this moment in time. But we are on board now with Liam Murray as we see Richard Jones out in front of us has made that amazing third to first jump as we're heading up the tricky turn 5, up into 4th. We're going to be flicking up into 3rd gear, watching our braking zone now. Down into 2nd, rolling around that corner, and off we go with Liam Murray. Still chasing down Richard Jones. We've got Neil Smith, John Watt, Liam Murray, Richard Jones. They're from 1st to 4th, guys, as you see at this moment in time. We've got Neil Smith after in 4th, Josh Wilson 5th, Carl Cranswick 6th, Ollie Pimley 7th, Rob Windsor 8th, Joey McMullen 9th, Alex Williams is rounding out our top 10. We're on board with Rob Armstrong at the moment. This is one clean race. There was a spinner on the left-hand side. Unfortunately, that could be John Watt because he is plummeting down the field at this moment in time. As we're heading round into, I believe, coming round onto the last, off to the thing, and there he goes. John Watt, cold tyres number 95, has gone all the way to the back of the field. And unfortunately for anybody with John Watt, unfortunately that is not good for him. But we go on board with Josh Wilson, who's chasing up in Neil Smith, Liam Murray, Richard Jones, Ollie Pimley. Here's my call, guys. Don't forget it. I called it. He's up into 6th at the moment. He's only got to get this under control as we go round into the last. We're going to be taking down the gears. Wait. Onto the accelerator we go. Up in behind the Porsche with 0.4 seconds, 4.5 behind Carl Cranswick, and we are closing with the draft. Also, we've got Rob Windsor, who's in the Ferrari, closing behind him there, guys, as well. So he is closing up to the back of Ollie. Ollie's closing up to the back of Carl, and there is literally about 1.2 seconds between 4th and 7th at this moment in time. And this is going to be absolutely epic battle, guys. Do not leave for the next 42 minutes. We are going to be bringing you all the action live as well. Don't forget, guys, as well, down in the YouTube description, it's got all of our socials at the same time. So please hit the follow button, subscribe buttons as well. Ollie Pimley's got an excellent run out on Carl Cranswick coming down the Marine sweep. I'm looking at this pass that's going to be done from Ollie as he heads down to the right-hand side at the moment. Carl Cranswick is on our right. He's car number 57. Ollie's on our left, 765. And I believe at the moment, Ollie's got the outside, almost the job done. Is he going to turn in? They're chancing too wide in the 5. Ollie Pimley's pushing, made a forceful, get your elbows out there, Ollie, and get on your way, son, off to Josh Wilson. He made that pass, as did Edward Berry in the Ferrari, car number 41 there at the moment, up beside Tom Farrell, taking it easy up into over the hill. Well done, Edward Berry, keeping that nice and clean at this moment in time, but he is chasing down Tom Farrell in 15th place there, guys, as well. As we jump on board with Carl Cranswick, definitely Ollie Pimley got his elbows out in that BMW and was not having none of that. Run the outside line on turn 5, which was, it's just not a conventional place to be running the outside line there at the moment, guys. But he managed it, Ollie Pimley, in that BM. He's got that BM sticking to this tarmac. So many Murrayisms to go with that, but I won't let him out. So we see on board Carl Cranswick now chasing down Ollie Pimley, but he's going to be coming under fire from Rob Windsor. 0.38 seconds back at the moment in time. We head down Canada Corner. Car number 101, Vance Briggs there as well, catching up to Alex Williams with Samuel Hooper behind him in the Lambo, that brightly coloured Lambo on screen at this moment in time. But we are on board with Vance at the moment, closing down Alex Williams, 0.42 seconds, and he's got another 0.6 back to Samuel Hooper. Off we go on to the start-finish straight. Now, we know, guys, previously that the toe is strong, okay? The toe is strong. We're under the 1 second mark. You generally will pick the toe up. It's not as big as it is at the moment, as we see Vance Briggs not really making an impression on the Alex Williams there. But, you know, he's getting closer and closer and closer. He's just not quite close enough in that draft window. So let's just see how we get on there as they head round into the tricky turn 2 at this turn 3 at this moment in time and head down the Moraine sweep. As we're going down now, Vance Briggs is closing up behind Alex Williams as well. I'd like to jump on board if we can, Mr. Producer, with Neil Smith, Liam Murray and Josh Wilson. We've got 0.02 seconds. There you go, on screen at the moment as we see Neil Smith and Josh Wilson battling there with Ollie Pimley closing right up behind him. Coming up over the hill, 3rd gear down a second as well. Ollie Pimley, Carl Cranswick obviously has lost a place to Rob Windsor as well. As we see Josh Wilson making his move on Neil Smith on the right-hand side down into 5. If we look in the background, we see the Rob Windsor, Kyle Cranswick move as well. If we can just extend it back, there you go. There's the Rob Windsor move on Kyle Cranswick. Kyle Cranswick is losing places at this moment in time. He's got to settle down, Kyle. Get your foot down and get these car under control. So we're on to Ollie Pimley as well. So we've just heard that Edward Berry has unfortunately gone off the circuit. And I believe we're going to see that now in his Ferrari down at turn 5, I believe, coming up the inside of the Lambo. We've got Rob Windsor as well. Oh, there was... Oh, I don't know if there was netcode. There you go. Rob Windsor's off. Edward Berry's off. I'm not sure if that was netcode or if there was an actual contact, because that looked a very sudden move. So maybe we'll try and get an onboard with one of the guys behind him, either Rob Armstrong. So this is it. That is the Lambo. I believe that's Nick Alexander. Oh, no. Edward Berry, you broke really early. Rob Windsor come unfortunate into the back of you there, sir. That was not a good move there. We go on board with Stuart Williams, who's down in 15th position. He's got replay. There is Stuart. Oh, into the tyres. That's why he's gone down the field. Oh, that is just so unlucky for Stuart Williams there as well. We've got Stuart Brown as Rob Armstrong, Tom Farrell, Alex Holloway. As we see Tom Farrell, there was a spinner in front of him there. Not quite sure. That's actually caused Tom to lose concentration. That was another Ferrari. That was car number 22. That was Stuart Brown spinning, coming round into turn. I believe that's Canada Corner that he was having a spin on at the moment. Oh, that just kind of Stuart Brown coming down. I believe I'm going to see some grass on the left-hand side. Yes, I am. There you go. Round he goes. Rear left tyre onto the grass. You can't stop it on this grass of iRacing. Oh, there's a big crash there. Neil Smith, Ollie Pimley. What has been happening to you guys coming round into, I believe that's turn 5. I can go to call this now. There's going to be an Ollie Pimley overtake on Neil Smith coming down into 5. And the door is either going to shut or these guys are going to run wide. No, Neil goes round on his own. Oh, tags Ollie, tags the Ferrari of Rob Windsor. Oh, spins them both round. Oh, there goes my victory as Ollie Pimley's diverged straight back into the pits. Neil Smith is down in 10th, so I'm not going to say that's commentator's curse, but please don't. You know, let's leave it at that. You know, Nick Alexander's making up positions in 12th. He's got Rob Windsor now. Kyle Cranswick's losing places. I think I'll be very surprised if Rob has not got damage in that Ferrari as a relative of that slight little tap, but we'll have to see how he gets on round him. He was the fastest man on the circuit the last time out in a 205.27. He's got damage. He is not controlling that car, and I'm expecting Rob Windsor, car number 1812, to be diving off into the pit lane right now. There you go. He's gone, unfortunately for Rob. So, guys, our predictions that we had earlier on in chat has just all kind of gone out the window as we see Liam Murray now still setting up behind Richard Jones, going down into turn 1, and they're heading down into turn 2. We've got 1, 2, 3. Josh Wilson, 205.69 last time out. Fastest man at the 3. He's going to be pushing up at the moment as well. 0. He's got about a 144 gap back to Liam Murray at the moment in time, but we're on board with Liam. Stuart Brown, Moraine Straight, gap closing, 0.434. 3-3. Hang on to your hats, guys. We're going to be looking at this now as we head down. 3-2. He's just gone up in the 6th. You can hear the whistle of that Porsche when it hits 6th gear, going up into turn 5. Keep it on track. We can see Richard in front of us. We're going to splash up to 3rd. Brake now, down into 2nd. We're going to let it roll, let it roll. Get on the accelerator, son. Off you go. Liam Murray, Richard Jones down, coming round into turn up the hill. Going into turn 7, up the hill into 8 at this moment in time. We're going to be coming down into 8. We're going to be on the brakes, looking for the board marker. There it is. Down in a 2nd, rolling out, getting on that accelerator. And then we've got this long right carousel sweep right in right corner, brake. Little bit of throttle control. There's the lift off. There's the lift off. Liam's waiting. He's going to be going. Go on, Liam, off you go. He puts his foot down and he's there right behind Richard Jones. Coming down into the kink of 11. We've got it, King. There we go. Take it full flat. Listen to the noise. Oh, a little bit of lift to get it under control, but we're still only 0.4 seconds back. As we're heading down the rest of the King, we're going to be coming down into Canada Corner. We're going to be hard on the brakes into 2nd gear. Down we go. Oh, Liam Murray got a lot better run out than Richard Jones. Big splash of dirt coming up from these two. As we head down into the tricky 12, 13. up over there. We're looking for the exit curb. There he's on our left-hand side. We're going to be taking turn 14 now. And then we're going to be getting on our bike down the start-finish straight. And I believe we're going to be looking at a pass or an attempt at a pass very, very shortly. We got Ollie Pimley up the road from us at the moment. He's going around turn 1. He's in 19th. Not really going to affect us, I believe, until we get down into 5. Hopefully, Ollie will keep his eye out as we see Leo Murray now sat right up the back of Richard Jones. Sees the exhaust, goes out on the left, sticks his nose out, lets Richard know we're there. That brief moment of distraction. Hopefully, trying to put off Richard Jones has not managed it. Richard Jones in the BMW. First place, 0.48 seconds back is the Porsche Leo Murray. Behind that is the Porsche Josh Wilson. Behind that, a massive 6 seconds gap is Joe McMullen, Alex Williams, Kyle Cranswick, Vance Briggs, Samuel Hooper, Neil Smith back in 9th place after his spin, and John Watt in 10th. Right, we're going to jump on board with Ed Berry at the moment. He's closing back of Rob Armstrong. Unfortunately, there was a tap out, and these are the little contact that we believe from Rob Armstrong at the back of Ed Berry as well. You see Ed's Ferrari has got no bonnet on it. And Rob Armstrong's Mercedes looks a handful. So I'm not quite sure how these two guys are really trying to keep these cars on track. At the moment, you see there, Edward Berry has lost his bonnet altogether. He's come off. He's around the track. If anybody wants a souvenir, get yourself down the road, America. You can find a Ferrari bonnet on the side of the surface there as we're heading down into the Marine Straight. We're Edward Berry. We're going to look at the Stuart Brown incident. What have you been up to again? Oh, no, Stuart, keep on. Oh, no, Stuart Brown again. Spinning himself out on the kink. Look at that Ferrari. Oh, no, Stuart Brown, no bonnet. Arch is gone. It's looking a shell of itself. There he was at the start of the race. Look at that. Oh, Stuart, we can see your light wiring. That's not good there, so if you can carry on, go for it. But I think you may need to be visiting your pit crew and letting them get the old duct tape out and seeing if they can stick you back together. So we jump on board with Alex Williams in the BMW, Carl Cranswick behind us, Joe McMullen in the Lambo in front of us. We're coming round turn 14 at the moment, 0.3 seconds back as we look at the screen at this moment in time. 0.4 we've got out to, but I'm expecting the gap to close, guys. I'm expecting it to close from Carl Cranswick, Alex Williams, Joe Turner, McMullen are going to be running down into the first corner, all stuck together. Is Jake Cherrell in? He's not this evening. So we're heading down into the turn 1 at the moment. Alex Williams sticks his nose. Oh, missed his braking point. Can he keep it on track? He missed his braking point and a big wiggle in that BMW. Literally, Carl Cranswick was right up the back of him there as well. I thought that could have been absolutely disastrous. As we enter 31 minutes remaining on this race, guys. Carl Cranswick, Alex Williams, Joe Turner. These are the cars on screen at the moment. We've got Vance Briggs, Samuel Hooper as well. And we've got an incoming penalty. Plus 10 post-race time penalty for car 666, which is Rob Armstrong, car 41. Edward Berry. Oh, no! That was Carl Cranswick on Alex Williams. As we were reading out the penalty for Rob Armstrong between Edward Berry, was that Carl Cranswick running deep into the back of Alex Williams? He's lost a place to Neil Smith. Samuel Hooper, Vance Briggs. Let's have a look on board with, we can get on the front of Carl Cranswick. We'll see if he just inadvertently may have touched him, guys, as well. That's quite dramatic at this moment in time. You know, that's a big mover there as well. So we're on front nose with Carl, heading down the Moraine into 5. I think I'm going to say, and I'm going to call it, I believe Joe Turner may have braked early, which threw Alex Williams off, which threw off Carl Cranswick, and they all just literally concertinaed up. And they're in the back of it. Be interesting to see the view of McMullen from the Lambo there and seeing if he hit that early braking on the back end as we look backwards from his car if we can. That'd be an absolutely epic replay in the free. So we go on board with Carl Kranz, who's got Joe McMillan in front, runs wide. Oh, off the grass there, Carl, off the grass. It's never going to work. It's not. It's slippery. It's slippery. Right, get on your bike. Off you go onto the back of Joe McMullen coming up the start finish straight at a moment in time. Carl Kranz with Joe McMillan. We're going to have a look back from Joe McMillan. Did he brake and bring Alex Williams? No. So are we looking at a Carl Cranswick error for the first time this season? Did he just miss his braking point and go straight into the back of Alex Williams, who we can see he's got no bonnet on his BM. That's not going to be doing his BM any good. He's under pressure from John Watt there, car number 95 in the Porsche. Have we literally just seen the first mistake of Carl Cranswick for the evening as well? That would be an absolutely massive blow to Carl Cranswick there if he has unfortunately come deemed responsible for that accident, as Alex Williams is really not looking comfortable. He gets out the way there for John Watt, and I believe John Watt is on his bike as well. It looked like he broke a bit early to me. We've had a look there, Mr. Paul Busby, on the back of Joe McMullen. There was no mistakes there. There was no mistake from Alex Williams on his brakes. We think, unfortunately, Carl may have just missed his braking zone. We have covered all the angles, sir, and we have had a good look at it here in the booth, and I'm on the understanding that Alex Williams did get a wiggle in, but it doesn't look like he was basically under pressure to brake there from Joe McMullen. Joe McMullen didn't brake early. So, you know, we've looked at all the angles, sir, and that's what we've come up with up in the booth. But I'm sure I'll hear more about it, and somebody will tell me otherwise as we go back on board with Richard Jones, 0.25, Liam Murray behind us. Further 3 seconds down the road now. They managed to drop Josh Wilson. He's 3 seconds back. And from them as well as a further 4 seconds is the McMullen-Cranswick battle. Now, we're going to keep an eye on this one, and then we'll see if Mr. Producer can do some magic and flip back to the McMullen-Cranswick, because they're just as close to each other as well. But we'll follow this down into turn one. We have got 28 minutes and coming up, well, under 28 minutes in about 7 seconds. Going down into first gear. Liam Murray sticking his nose out. He's sticking his nose out. Oh, didn't quite stick it out. If we could jump back, McMullen-Cranswick, please, Mr. Producer. We'll see how they're going down into turn one. There he is, Carl Cranswick. No, in fact, we've got Vance Briggs, who's closed right up. So are we asking ourselves, is the Lambo of Joe McMullen really slowing this line down? And unfortunately, Carl cannot just find a way through. You know what I mean? So we're going to have to see what actually happens there. Must have thought he was in the leads. Maybe. Stuart Williams in the Audis. Oh, it's not looking a comfortable Audi. You know, no, Stuart, put it in for repairs, sir. Your wing is all over the place. Your rear end, unfortunately, has got no grip as we come down into turn 5. McMullen, Cranswick, Briggs. And we believe Josh Wilson has had an off there as we're on the rear of him. I believe this is the Marine Straight coming down into 5. On the brakes, did you go round? You better get on your bike, son. There is 3 cars chasing you. McMullen, Cranswick, Briggs, get moving. And he's now brought himself into this 3 second ahead battle as we see him there. Oh, well, we could see him off in the distance. Going around the right-hander, Joe McMullen now. Feathered. He's off. Got to be off. Go, son. And there he goes on the accelerator around that sweeping carousel corner. You know, and it's just absolutely such a long wait. You want to get the throttle on, but you don't want to be joined at the front by the rear of your car either. As we see Carl Cranswick. Carl is looking racy. He was faster out. He's dived up the inside. Is he going to stop that Porsche? Good job. Oh, got there as well. We got a penalty on screen. Car 57, car 34, 10-second post-race time penalty. I believe that's Carl Cranswick has actually got a 10-second penalty for going up the back of Alex Williams. So we'll have to keep an eye on where he finishes on track. There you go. And basically see what actually happens. We've seen Vance Briggs dive in as well. Carl Cranswick, massive. First mistake all season, and it costs him 10 seconds. Let's see where he comes out. We're going to have to see if we can adjust the standings there as well to take into consideration these penalties. I'm not quite sure, you know, if we're going to be able to stay on top. We might have to say that these are provisional race results and see what we can do. But we've got Richard Jones, Liam Murray going down as well. We're going down the Moraine Sweep at the moment in time, heading down into this tricky turn 5. Bickley Motorsports, am I in the right place? Yes, sir, you are. Welcome in. Turn 5, second gear, going up in the hill. We're going to be splashing up into third very shortly. There you go. We're up into third, over the hill. We're going to be locking a braking point. Brake down into second, and we're going to roll it round. McMullen, Cranswick, 10-second post-race penalty as well. Down into the same corner, turn 5. Now, if I was McMullen, I would be relying on the fact that I would have been told that information by a spotter, and therefore I would have just been sitting behind Carl Cranswick knowing that he's got this penalty. I would not be looking at putting my race in jeopardy. At the moment, though, guys, I'm not going to lie. If Cranswick finishes in the position he's in and he drops down his 10 seconds, he's going to be below Joan Watt in 9th place. If they stay as they currently are, now don't forget, pit windows open as well. We've had Alex Williams in. We've had Vance Briggs is in as well. So we are coming into that stage, guys, as well. And you can, you know, we're live stewarding tonight, Ben. No, 1691. There is no protest this evening. It's going to be live stewarded. Paul Busby, boo! I told you. And as well, and we'll look at maybe a protest after, but at the moment we are running live stewarding this evening in the GT3 AMS. Richard Jones, first place. You can see timing tower on your left-hand side. Richard Jones, 1. Murray, Wilson. This is going to be interesting now. Is he going to dive in? They're both staying out. They're both covering each other off, I think. And I wouldn't be surprised if Richard Jones goes in. Liam Murray's going to dive in right behind him as well, because they are fairly even on pace. 205.39. Richard Jones, 205.46. Liam Murray, so they are equal out. Oh, well, there's 1,000th of a second. 100th of a second, I should say, between them in the last lap. 205.55, 205.56 as well. You cannot get closer, guys. You don't want to be going anywhere. Thank you for the follow in Twitch, Baron Rojo69. Welcome in. Much love to you. Ben, I know, still protest the live stewarding. Yes, I know, but let's not. So we've got the live stewarding running for this evening, and I think we're going to be on it. And we'll see what actually happens there as we head down the Moraine Sweep with Liam Murray. Richard Jones tucked up road. You can see him. He's right in front of us. 0.37. Sixth gear whistle of the Porsche. We know he's in sixth from that really, really noticeable whistle that the Porsche does when he gets up into sixth. Up into the hill. Second gear. Third gear. Look at the braking point now. Just under the bridge. Down into second. We're going to roll it round on the left-hand side. Still tucked up. 0.54 back now. Coming down into the tricky 7. Going up over the hill, coming down into the left-hander of 8 at this moment in time. We're going to be hard on the brakes about now. Second, oh, you see the Porsche close right up to the back of us. Going down into the long, long right-hander of Carousel. As we head down, we're going to be waiting to be able to put the gas pedal on. And then we're going to go around the second part of the apex and we're going to be off. We are going now all the way down into the kink. These two are 0.47 back. Even was just flicking backwards and forwards. His nod 0.44414039, closing down into the 11A, 11B, coming down into Canada corner. Right-hander, second gear. We're going to be sort of sharp on the brakes at the moment. It's going to close that Porsche right up. There we go, right up to the back of us. Off we go. Richard Jones did not get an exit. He did not get an exit at the moment. Good exit out of that. Going around 13A, 13B. Tom Farrell was off as well. We're coming round 14 with the two leaders. Just see if they can go into the pits. Just see if they go into the pits. Oh, Liam Murray runs very wide. They don't go in this time round. And I believe we've got a replay of Tom Farrell as we're heading up in the Ferrari. Just loses it there. Around, that's coming round, where would that be? Round into 7, I believe, going up into the hill. But we'll have to keep it on now. He kept it on circuit. Well done. Take a bow, Tom Farrell. Congratulations on that one. You're still on track, sir, coming into 8 at the moment in time. So it's going to be absolutely amazing. I also reckon into 3 there as well, Tom Farrell as well. We've seen that with Ben Acklam in last week's race, and that caused massive dramas. Joe McMullen in, John Watt in the pits, guys, as well. So they've covered each other off. We are going to see Matthew Struthers, who, don't forget, when in the pits at the beginning, he started, I believe, from the pits. He's now up into 7th place. But as of yet, well, Matthew's been in the pits, but I don't think he's going to get to the end. I think he's going to have to go. But the biggest mover, Matthew Struthers, 12th place in the Ford. Started back at the grid, is now up into 7th. It's absolutely an amazing gain from him. But we are still looking at this battle, the closest battle currently on circuit. McMullen's on his way out. He's gone out. John Watts on their way out. Edward Berry's into the pits. Are we going to see the two leaders as we sweep around Carousel corner down into coming down into the kink section at the moment? Are we going to see these cars head into the pits, guys? Right, round the kink we go. We're going to be going down into 11A. There it is. We're going to be down into 11B. That whistle, the 6th gear whistle of the Porsche. We know Liam Murray is trying. We can see it. He's going to be on that gas pedal as soon as he possibly can. 8-1, 205.81. Richard Jones, 205.96. Liam Murray. So Liam Murray lost time there. Take that curb, get on, and we're going round into 14, down on the brakes. Roll, 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 gas. Off we go now. Here we go. Is he going to dive in this time? We are not. 19 minutes. Stuart Williams is in the pits as well, as you can see on your timing table at the moment. Ollie Pimley down in 17th. I don't think Ollie's going to get this out at Qui-Gon, unfortunately, in Twitch chat. I don't think he's going to pull this out of the bag. My pick of the race there, and unfortunately, no, he's not doing well. He had unfortunately got involved in the incident with Neil Smith, who's karma has it, he's up in 5th place at this moment in time and is in the pits. Stuart Williams is on his way out in 8th. There is Neil in the pits currently at the moment. I believe he's going to lose a place to Matthew Struthers very shortly, and Nick Alexander, and possibly Rob Armstrong, Rob Windsor as well. They're coming down into 5, your 2 leaders. The sharp left-hander, 2nd gear. Roll it round. We can't get on too early, otherwise we're going to be losing that back end. We go up over the hill, brake hard down into 2nd, let it roll round this one. Get on the gas when we can. There you go. Too early for Richard Jones there. The BMW took a slide out. That was the borderline too early. Spin yourself round in a circle limit there, sir. You might want to keep an eye on that as the race goes on as well, because if Richard's wavering now, come these next 18 minutes, it's quite possible he may end up joining his back end and his front together. Sweeping around carousel. Look at the speed Liam Murray wants to carry. He's trying to carry it all the way round. He's so close. He's in there. Heading round into the kink, 0.30 seconds. Off we go round the kink. We're going to be coming up to car number 17 very shortly. That's Ollie Pimley. Ollie's a respectable driver. He will make this as straightforward as possible for these guys to get round him. He's going to get out of the way, and that's it. That's my call there. So go round into Canada corner, down into the kink of 13A, heading round into the last corner. We're going to be looking now. There you go. Up over that exit curb. They missed it, actually. Liam Murray did well to miss that curb. Round 14, we've actually got, I believe, Carl Cranswick is in the pits at this moment. And they both got in. Both Richard Jones and Liam Murray went in together. Carl Cranswick took a big plummet down the field as well. He's in the pits, and this is why, as we see the back end of it, be interesting to see. Are we round the kink? Yes, we are. He just runs right. Oh, that would have, well, hope he's not in VR with that one. And that just would have shook Carl Cranswick all over the place. Top 4 in the pits. Liam Murray, Richard Jones, Josh Wilson, Samuel Hooper. Now, guys, keep an eye out. 5th place, Matthew Struthers in the Ford. He's just gone in the pit lane. I thought we were going to see a miraculous recovery, and Matthew Struthers was going to come around and take them all. They're all in as well. Richard Jones is out. Liam Murray's going out in there as well. Rob Windsor's in the pit. So that leaves Rob Armstrong, who's, I think Rob has had an off at the end of the start-finish straight, because he looked very slow on the track map there as well. Samuel Hooper, Matthew Struthers, Nick Alexander, Rob Windsor in the pits at the moment. Vance Briggs has gone all the way up into 4th place now for Vance. Good job for you, sir. Liam Murray is there as well. 2nd. He's a lot further back, though. But the pit lane time, guys. Now, the entrance pit lane time for Richard Jones is 55.9. Liam Murray's on a 57.08. Slow it into the pits. Pit stop wise, 15.82 seconds for Richard Jones, 16 seconds for Liam Murray. So that would explain the 2.5 second gap, the 2.05 second gap that we've lost to the guys in front. Can he catch this up with 15 minutes remaining? Great 1-2 battles happening here for Peter Cox. Stuart B, the kink sucks. Yes, it does in GT3, but everybody else has had a good one through. Just unfortunately, Carl Cranswick looked like he got caught out there. But let's not forget as well, which brings us even more damaging for Carl. Not only has he had an off, he's also going to get a 10-second race penalty for his incident with Joe McMullin and Ollie Pimley as well, going down into 5. So not only has he got worse by sticking himself in the wall, he's also going to struggle after the race because he's going to lose a 10 seconds penalty. So unfortunately, it's not going to be a comfortable evening for Carl Cranswick, as we see the only mistake he's made after 2 rounds, guys, and he lost his brake position and went straight up the back. And it was quite dramatic as well into Ollie Pimley, I believe it was as well. And then obviously we got on board now John Watt with Neil Smith, who managed to get away from another accident, which I believe was Ollie Pibley again. I think Ollie's had a bit of a bad time. And he's got into the back as Neil Smith spun. He went round and unfortunately Neil caught him. And that was it basically. But from the starting lineup, guys, we've got Richard Jones, Liam Murray, Josh Wilson, Vance Briggs, Joe Turner McMullin, Samuel Hooper, Neil Smith, John Watt, Alex Williams, Rob Windsor. There you go. Vance Briggs on the right, Joe Turner McMullin on his way back through in that Lambo. Gruffer in that Lambo down into turn one. A big noise as it goes past, a big rumble from the Lambo. Heading down into turn three. We're going to be taking the right hand out. We're staying ahead at the moment. Now we've got the little bit. Samuel Hooper. This is like a BMW sandwich. Joe Turner McMullin, Vance Briggs, Samuel Hooper. Literally 1 second between the three of them at the moment. And you're waiting for that hurricane and that hurricane noise. And here we go down the Moraine sweep into five. On the brakes very, very early. Down second gear. Staying on board now. Vance Briggs up the hill. Listen for the pop. Bang, there's third. Now we're going to brake. There it is, down into second. Roll it round. Roll it round and off you go. Neil Smith and John Watt are having their own little battle at the moment as we see them down into turn currently into six, up the hill into seven. And then we're going to be on the brakes down into that sharp left-hander that we know as 8 and then round carousel. I think Liam's new GT3, new to GT3, I assume, is that it's that. I'm not entirely sure. Lee Green, I haven't seen him. I don't remember seeing him last year. I mean, Liam possibly could be a new addition as he's in the AM section this year. So there we go. But we've all got to start somewhere. And Liam Murray's doing an absolute fabulous job. Now, guys, I want to bring your attention. Timing towers, left-hand side of your screen. Richard Jones, Liam Murray, 1.8 seconds. We are already 2 tenths up. Closing from the 2.5 or 2.05 that we already were 2 laps ago. So Liam Murray has got the bit between his teeth in that Porsche and he's pushing down his front Richard Jones, getting it under control. But at the moment, we've got Neil Smith, John Watt, coming around the kink in 13. We're going to be heading down into the start-finishing straight very shortly. Stay on board with us all the way around into turn one to see if John Watt can get this move done. He's got the Neil Smith in his gap. We are closing 2-3, 2-2, 2-1. This is going to be done before the first corner, guys. Predicting it over the hill. There he goes, John Watt on the right-hand side. He's going to be job done. Turn one, job done. John Watt is going to be in front of Neil Smith. Is he going to hang it out, though? On your screen, 95 on the left, the orange on the 34 on the right-hand side. Neil Smith, 304, 2 wide, first corner. Oh, no, they're going to make contact. They're going to touch. That puts John Watt back behind Neil Smith. A little bit of a door bang. Unsettled that Porsche. And instantly, John Watt with a big correction there. Settled in behind the back of Neil Smith. So there you go. Oh, he dropped all the way back now, 0.36 seconds as well. That's unfortunate for him. He had closed that gap right up. Now, Vance Briggs, BMW sandwich. Joe McMullin Lambo. Vance Briggs BMW. Samuel Hooper Lambo. John Watt is up the inside, going up into 5. He's trying to get him into 6. As we see the recovery in Alex Williams as well. I think it was actually Alex Williams, Carl Cranswick, but I'll have to check back on that one. John Watt there is sticking with this car, sticking with Neil Smith. Neil gets a little bit of an overcorrection as he comes out there at the corner, going round it into 8 at this moment in time. We're heading down now into this long carousel section. They're both kicking up dirt. They're both pushing the track limits as much as they can. Bit between his teeth, John Watt, 207.73 last time out. 207.73, Neil Smith, 208.27. So he was visually quicker. And then the door bang section that happened, and that's what brought us in as we head round the kink and down into 11A and 11B. Right, off we go. We're coming down into Canada corner. He's on the right-hand side. John Watt's trying to take the inside from Neil Smith. Job done. Job done, Canada corner. Not your most conventional overtaking spaces. Well done to you, John Watt. Take a bow. All done, Neil Smith, banded off, finishing off on my bike down the road. Samuel Hooper, Lamborghini. Here we go. Down into 14. I think Neil Smith is going to be getting the toe down into the first corner, but he's got to be looking at trying to push away, is John Watt. Visually, he's quicker. Last lap was quicker. Overall best lap as well is slightly quicker than Neil, but Neil's got to drive that big looming BMW. John Watt's taking the inside on the right-hand side of your screen. There we go. Just gone out of view is Neil Watt. Are we going to make this stick down into 1? This is going to be... Oh, missed it. Oh, no, it's flicking back. There we go. John Watt on the right. Neil Smith on the left. Coming down into 3. They're still going 2 wide, guys. Neil Smith on the right-hand side as you're looking in that orange BMW. He has got that. I tell you what, to be sending it round there, he is definitely growing. A massive pair to get around a corner, but head down into Moraine Sweep, I'll tell you. All the way down there on the left-hand side. If John Watt has a look, we're going to be seeing that orange BMW. There it is. Coming down into turn 5, hard on the brakes, second gear round that corner. They're pushing the limits of their cars here, guys, kind of trying to stay too wide. John Watt on the outside, Neil Smith, slight little... under investigation, car 304, car number 95. That currently is... car number 95 is John Watt. 304, Neil Smith. What are we under investigation for? Incident between the two. We're going to find out in a minute, but unless that's unfortunate, Neil Smith running out of line, and I can't see the door bang on that one would have been caused that. Sure. Carl Cranswick, Edward Berry, done. Down into Moraine. No, it's not. Edward Berry is not letting him have it. I would like to see there as well that Edward Berry has managed to go back. His pit crew's run out, picked his bonnet up, and stuck it back on his Ferrari. It's a good job to you, Edward Berry's pit crew. No further action there between 304 and 95. These two on screen in a moment. Heading down in the Canada corner, going down now, as you can see, taking the right-hander, Neil Smith out in the front. John Watt, Neil's run wide. Neil's run wide and allowed John Watt through, down into Canada corner. He's got to be kicking himself because now we've got the recovery and Alex Williams right up behind us. This is turning into a freeway, and with 8 minutes to go, 3 cars this close on track, we know it's going to get spicy. Neil Smith running wide again. Oh, no, he's put it in. He's going to kick him out of the way. Oh. Oh, there he is. Great recovery from Neil Smith. Oh, my God. I thought I was going to go into the wall there, but Neil Smith, big sliver on S-shaped grass patterns he's making there. Down, Neil, take a breather. Settle down. You've got 8 minutes. Coming down into 14. He was early on that throttle, trying to carry that speed. Look at that from the front end. Oh, we can see the wall. We can see the... Oh, take a bow, sunshine, and you saved it. Oh, my God. Right, Liam Murray has closed that gap up to 0.37 seconds, down into 8. Thank you, Paul Busby. We were just on it right at the moment you typed it in chat there, sir. Heading around Carousel at the moment in time, that long sweeping right-hander where Liam carries so much more speed than Richard Jones. Heading down into this all the way down. The Porsches are really settling in now with Josh Wilson still in the car, John Watt as well. We've seen the battle that John's been having with Neil Smith. Absolutely amazing. He's now pushing down into Samuel Hooper. Fortunately, he's got a massive gap down to Samuel Hooper. But, you know, let's not forget, 6 minutes, 58 seconds. We're going to get this. We are going to get the all-time classic racing. And Neil Smith has gone past, isn't he? I believe. Yeah, he's gone. Let's see what happened there. To Alex Williams, car number 34. I believe we're on Moraine Sweep. Coming down into 5. Yeah, we are. No, Alex! Squirrely BMW under braking. Unfortunately, put himself in the wall. He's put him back behind Neil Smith after doing such an amazing job. He's got to be kicking himself in that BM. I'll tell you what, though. I'm looking at Vance Briggs here and thinking Vance is going to be pushing now. BMW, 6 minutes remaining, 0.84 on the long straight. Samuel Hooper's dropped back to over a second behind. He's dropped one of the Gruffalo Lamborghinis. He's now got the Gruffalo Child Lamborghini in front of him, and he's pushing down into the start-finishing straight, coming down into 1. Vance Briggs has got the bits behind his teeth, bits between his teeth. He's going to be pushing this 5 minutes, guys. Get your drinks in now. Settle down right now, because you are not going to want to miss the end of this race. Go into turn 3. We look at the Tom Barrels had a bit of an off in his Ferrari. Tucked up there behind Ollie Pimley. Unfortunately, 3 round the corner, hit the curb. Unfortunately, does a little bit of a... Did he get it back round? He did. He done a little bit of a Paul Busby there, catching the grass on the inside to 3. Unfortunately, didn't quite have the saving skills as we saw from last week's Elite race. Massive wiggle as well. Alex Williams is back in the pits as well. Tom Farrell now back down into 18th place. Vance Briggs has closed up now into Joe McMullen. Liam Murray has dropped back a second from Richard Jones. That's now settling in. We have got car 16 of Stuart Williams in front of us as well, but I'm sure he's not going to make that difficult for these leaders. We're getting up over the hill. Vance Briggs coming round the carousel. Long carousel corner. Mine was a save of the season. Yeah, okay. Give you that one. We'll see how the season pops up, though, mate. We'll see if we've got any more in the meantime. I got to be honest, though. Yeah, we got Neil Smith as well there, mate. Just saved that amazing grass one that we've just seen. And that was looking, as we were on the board, all we could see was wall. So, you know, I think between your little squirrely wiggle at turn 3 and Neil Smith's big S's down the start-finish straight, I'm sorry. It's going to be a close call, Mr. Busby. Vance Briggs closing up into Macmillan. Wilson out in front of these two. Hugh Hooper behind these two. Richard Jones, Liam Murray. Liam Murray's closed the gap back up to 0.98. There is the covering Stuart Williams in the only Audi in the field. I don't know if he's not got that repaired, but that wing is not looking comfortable. Alex Williams is out, heading out on the pit exit, I believe, as well. Mike Armeno, thank you very much for the follow as well. True, but then he rear-ended somebody. Hey, don't you worry about that. I believe you rear-ended a few cars last week, Mr. Busby, into that turn 3 position. So let's carry on as we are now. As we carry on going down into Liam Murray, Richard Jones, heading up into second. We're going to flick into third, looking for a braking point just under the bridge. There he is at the moment, and we're going to be on, carrying on now, getting on our bike. We lost a little bit of time. I'm not going to lie, we lost a little bit of time behind that back marker, Stuart Williams, sorry. So with Liam Murray, 2.5 behind. I'm getting roasted. What the Hey, you jump in the chat, Mr. Busby, and you give us commentators some grief. You're going to get it back. But let's just listen out in a minute. Shh. Right. I had nowhere to go. Don't put your grumpy face after it, sir. Unfortunately, you were a poor sandwich. I'll give you that one. And I'll give you the save, but I'm not going to give it to you the save of the season yet because Neil Smith's right up there with you. Heading down in the Canada corner, spitting up the dirt. As we head down, Liam Murray there, taking a lot of the inside line. As we're going around into the 13A, 13B, up over the curb, looking for that exit curb. There it is. We're going to turn that wheel a little bit. 1.7, we're dropping back. Liam Murray, if you're going to get this, you've got to get this lap in. You've got this lap and one more. I believe after this lap, we're going to see the white flag, judging by the times. And Liam Murray has got to get a boot on. He really has got to get off that brake and brake, get this speed going in this Porsche and get it done. Has he got an error? Has he got a problem or anything? Because this doesn't sound like he's trying to make any catching up here. Yeah, maybe. Alex Williams, unfortunately, again. Oh, yeah, Tom Farrell's behind him in the 81 there. Alex Williams, battered BMW. Hold on, that looked more of a I'm moving out of your way position, I think. I'll give Alex that one. That looked like he was staying clear. Ollie Pimley's in the pits. Tom Farrell's in the pits. I think we're going to see what happened to Tom Farrell as well. I believe this is going to be at the bottom. This is in the kink section. He's going to hit that grass. Nowhere to go. Nowhere to go for you. Jump back into the pits there, unfortunately, as well. No, it's not been a good race. Tom Farrell, Alex Williams, Ollie Pimley. I'm sorry, Ollie. I'll DM you later to apologise. I had you down for the win. I hope I didn't commentate curse you on that one. Heading down the Moraine Sweep. On board with Samuel Hooper. Vance Briggs closing up Joe McMillan right in front of us. In front of them as well. So there you go. Look, under BMW's braking. We're going to be into second. We've closed up on Samuel Hooper 0.65. Whereas Mr. McMullen has really got on his bike now. Has taken out a 1.69 lead over Vance Briggs. So Vance is somewhat struggling now coming into these last 55 seconds. Stuart B, I'm not going to repeat that, but well done. I'm sure it's not the first time. As we head down into 8 at the moment, we're going to be hard on the brakes into second gear. Round 8. And then don't forget, we got this long sweeping carousel corner where we're going to be holding the throttle, feathering it, looking for this second part of the apex. And then we're going to be on our bike. Round, there you go, in that lovely Lambo, gruffing its way down into the short section, down into kink as it comes over round into the kink section. Keep it on track. We've seen a couple level off. Go down now. Richard Jones has dropped nearly a second. Liam Murray, and we're on the final lap. Boom. White flag. Here we go, down into turn 1. And we're going to be seeing there. Much appreciated for that follow. Hey, on Twitch there. Can Liam do it? Last lap, Liam pulled out a massive I'm going to read this to you guys as well, because this is absolutely huge. Richard Jones, 2.0631 last lap. Liam Murray bangs in a 2:05.25. Fastest lap of the race and 1.1 seconds quicker than Richard Jones in front as we're heading down the rain. He's going to be coming up to him now. If he can get this second lap at this same speed, and Richard's taking this 2:06. This is Liam Murray's race. Heading up now into 5, up into 6, popping up in the third break. Very shortly right now. Second gear, round this into 8. Up over around the little kink in 7. And we're going to be off on our boots up into 8th gear on the thing. So Advanced Briggs has gone and run out of fuel. I believe it's probably a low time. I've got enough fuel to get to the end. Liam Murray, we know he's quick round this carousel. Pay attention, guys, because this is where he's going to be looking to close out. Goes out. Fevering. Listen, he's not going to be on his brake. And we're off now. Liam Murray straight down onto the back of Richard Jones, coming down into the kink. One more kink for Richard Jones. There you go. He's going to be done. Down into the start finish, into this little straight section, round to the kink hand side, 11B. Round into Canada corner, last lap of the race. Richard Jones, Liam Murray, 0.5 seconds apart. Richard took that very easy. You can see the closing speed difference there as well. We're heading round 13, 13B, 13, over we go. Looking at the curb. Oh, this is going to be a run. Liam's carried speed into 14. On our throttle. Oh, I don't think he's going to get it. I think this is Jones. He's all the way up over the hill. 0.3 of a second out in front at the moment, coming across the line. Richard Jones, Liam Murray, there he is. Oh, Richard Jones was, wow, guys. Blimey, you can't get much closer than that. As you can see, Stuart Williams in his Audi coming across the line. You cannot get closer than that. Josh Wilson's finished in third place. Like to point out, guys, as well, 2:05.59. Richard Jones, 2:05.23, and the fastest lap of the race on the final lap for Liam Murray. Massive gap back to Joe McMullen. Oh, there he goes. Oh, that was close as well between Samuel Hooper and John Watt. That was a 0.09 seconds. Neil Smith comes across the line as well. There's Alex Williams in his recovering BMW as well. Flashing the lights from Rob Windsor. Well done to you, sir. Now, prediction-wise, guys, as well. Currently, we're going to be seeing Carl Kranz coming across the line. I believe Edward Berry and Matthew Struthers are within the 10-second penalty that Carl Cranswick's got. So even though Carl is registered currently in 10th place, I believe he may go down into 12th. But then I'm looking at Matthew Struthers and I'm seeing that he's possibly just he's had a bit of an off track, I believe. He's even run out of fuel into turn 13A. Please, if we can pick him up, I believe he's plodding down round the last corner. There he is. As he's trying to get out, he's out of fuel. I've got this feeling. Matthew Struthers, last lap of drama, has run out of fuel at Road America. Here we are. Now, currently at this moment in time, he's waiting for a push because he's now got down in a 14th. He's up the start finishing line, trying to plod. I believe he's going to get round this corner and then he might just stop because he hasn't got the shortest route, trying to get up the start finish straight. I'm not going to go out onto that track. I'm just going to try and plod it along. And here we are, look, making pretty double patterns in the grass. We're heading up on board here. Is Matthew Struthers quick? Yes or no in chat? Hashtag no, hashtag yes. Did he make it across the line? I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I've got him going around turn 3 at this moment in time. But did he actually make it? Quick, let's see as well. Boom, Peter Cox in chat. Boom, called it. Jones for the win, but an epic battle for both Jones and Murray. Excellent race as well. Patrick Fulton, a good race, guys. A great commentary. Much love to you. Thank you so much for jumping in with us this evening. Zago, nice drive, lads. Yes, it was absolutely insane. I love it when there's great racing happening on the screen And I hope us at TSS really do provide you with the top-class broadcast that you're all tuning in to watch now. Final race results. Richard Jones takes the win. Liam Murray, 0.31 seconds back. You can't get much closer. Well, you can, but let's just for now take it that you can't. He's got second. Josh Wilson third. Joe Turner fourth. Samuel Hooper fifth. John Watt is in sixth. Neil Smith is in seventh. Rob Windsor eighth. Nick Alexander ninth. Carl Cranswick down in 10th. Now, I'm going to have to try and work out the positions. I think 666 Rob Armstrong has got plus 10. He's down in 13th, but he's going to stay 13th because he ain't going to drop that lap behind. But it's whether or not Carl Cranswick finished within 10 seconds. I believe he didn't have Edward Berry, but he may have done Advanced Briggs, so he may only drop one position. Carl Cranswick may go down to 11th. Edward Berry may be promoted to 10th. Vance Briggs in 12th. Rob Armstrong's also got 10 seconds, but he's not going to move from 13th. Matthew Struthers, as we saw, plodding that forward across the line, 14th. Stuart Williams, 15th. Alex Williams, 16th. Not good races for the Williamses there for both the Audi and the BMW. Stuart Brown and Ollie Pimley. And I believe there's a couple in the pits at the moment. Tom Farrell's still in the pits. Stuart Brown is in the pits and Edward Berry. But I believe they crossed the line and then went in on their in lap. So there you go. What an absolute epic race. And, well, don't forget, guys, as well, if you want to be involved in this, in this specific class of racing provided and broadcasted by us at Total Sim Sport, you want to go along to totalsimsport.tv/GT3. Why, you may be sitting at the home, James, why am I heading off to this website? Because you can sign up, guys, for Season 5 GT3 right now on totalsimsport.tv/GT3. Get your submissions in for next season. Get yourself as well. You can go, if you're in the IR UK Discord, which all links are provided down in the SimSport description, go on there, click on the link that's provided in the Discord as well, and you can go and sign yourself up for Season 5. Welshboy 2008, much appreciated for the follow there over on Twitch as well. So, what have we got coming up this week? Well, we have got all-time classic F3 Tuesday Night Live. Nick Allen, Chris Rowlands bringing you live from the Total Sim Sport YouTube and IR UK Twitch channels. F3 live 9:05 from Laguna Seca. You do not want to miss that. I will see you there as well. I am in that one on Tuesday, so you will literally be not only seeing me there, you see it as well live on the sim. On Thursday, it's the turn of the European Sprint Series. Where are we? Daytona Road Course. Now, as we've seen from this weekend's ISREC, that provides some absolutely exceptional multi-class racing. Now, big announcement. TSS YouTube, Saturday the 30th. We have round 2 of the FTR 4-hour event. Now, I believe our very own Paul Busby is in a Total Sim Sport livered car team there as well. 5 o'clock GMT, Red Bull Ring, 4 hours. Come give Paul Busby some love. You are not gonna want to miss that. Zago Wheels, thirsty Ford. Very much so there, Matthew Struthers. It had a very thirsty Ford. But guys, all that's left for me to say this evening is the lineup from me, producer Sean in the background. Have a safe week. Take care, and we might see you on the track sometime.